show you the lower list in a minute. Let's go to the cold. We're going to go to two must-avoid players each. T-Money, who must we avoid here on your list?
Derrick Henry, man. Derrick
Woo!
Henry's a must avoid for me.
You're going big time.
He's getting too old. He's had too many touches. He's had too many little injuries here as of late in the past few years. I think now defenses with the loss of A.J. Brown, he is the sole focus. They're going to stack that box because Tannehill's not good enough to spread that ball around. And Robert Woods is not going to be the reason that defensive backs have to, go back in the back go back deep and coming off an injury. So I just think Derrick Henry is a big ask this year to continuously be one of the top 3 running backs in the league. I'd rather have a guy like Najee, who's great in the pass game, or Dalvin Cook, who is, still young, great offensive scheme, and has Justin Jefferson out there to alleviate some of that pain. I think Derrick Henry is going to have a lesser year than people think.
Hey, I could see that happening, man. They could stack the box on him unless that rookie wide receiver gets going out there.
Yeah.
Hey, or Malik. Malik could do something at quarterback.
If they bring in Malik, I like Derrick Henry, but I don't like Derrick Henry if Tannehill's a starter.
Well, we're each trying to pick a running back and a wide receiver. My cold running back. I'm going to say Damian Harris. Damian Harris on the cold. Not that I don't like Damian Harris. I do like Damian Harris. I just think they're going to this 50-50 split with him and Ramondre, and everybody's going to lose. People are going to be so frustrated by New England, and I think they forget the frustration that they had last year. Because remember, James White was there, and it was even worse. So this could be another frustration. You go for Damian Harris, and they 50-50 split, which they had in the 6 games they played together last year. They averaged 9 points each, 9 fantasy points each. If they combine that, that's 18 points. And that's a great running back day. But they're averaging 9 points each, and that's not good to anybody. I'd say Damian Harris is a must avoid.
Yeah, I'm not high on him. I do like Ramondre Stevenson, maybe later in rounds. But yeah, I agree with you. I think there's going to be a big 50-50 split here. I don't see anyone. I think they're going to go.
Said it. They said they're going to go 50-50.
Yeah, I think they're going to go series for series, leave the guys on the field so that they don't, I think Belichick has been said they doesn't like having to, if they had LeGarrette Blount in there, they knew they were running. If they had James White in there, they knew they were throwing, right? They don't want that anymore. So they're going to leave one guy on the field at all times, and they're going to split it 50-50. Agree with you. I like the pick. My other receiver to avoid, though, A.J. Brown. All right. Injured last year. Hurts is a worse thrower than Tannehill is, especially with the deep ball. And Devontae Smith is a better number 2 than Brown has ever played with and has rapport with Jalen Hurts. So I just think A.J. Brown can't expect to have a better year than he's had in past. And not only that, especially in the red zone, A.J. Brown's a big target. I think that Hurts' running ability will take away the availability of touchdowns on that offense. So I think when they're going deep, they're going to be looking Devontae Smith. When they're going short, they're going to be Hurts' run game and Miles Sanders and those boys. So A.J. Brown's really only the middle of the field and, in between those linebacker safeties. And I just don't think Hurts is a good enough thrower to carry 2,000-yard receivers, which is everyone is expecting, let alone an elite, maybe wide receiver 1 in A.J. Brown. I don't see that happening. I see him having kind of an off year this year.
Whoa. That's a big name. That's a big name.
Yeah.
Your Philly team, man. Hey, I'm going to go. I like 2 that I would put on there, but my top must avoid. I'm going to say no on Michael Thomas. I'm not buying on Michael Thomas. Now he's got a hamstring injury.
Yeah.
Come on, man. This guy, no, I'm not going to bet on this guy. He hasn't played for 2 years, and now he's injured before we even get to the first game.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. No, I can't take it. I like Olave. Olave could be the surprise pick here. He could come in and take the whole thing.
Yeah.
Jarvis Landry will be good. He'll be solid in the middle of the field. Getting his big catches when they need it on third down. But Olave could be the man here. I say no on Michael Thomas.
Yep, I feel you. I just don't ever want to get part of that stock. Missed 2 years basically. Well, if he fell 5 rounds after his ADP was, then sure, why not? That'd be great. I'll snag him up when it's either him or McCole Hardman. Sure, I'll take a flyer on Michael Thomas. But yeah, I agree with you. He's just been too injured, getting too old. Jameis Winston's not Drew Brees. Well, I don't know. Already injured. I feel you, man.
Hey, let's go to wrapping this segment up, talking about the cold players. How about some of the players that are getting drafted lower than they should be, according to the experts anyway? They're ECR versus ADP. And so there is a big gap. One of them is surprising. Rashad Bateman, Baltimore wide receiver, is not getting the love in the draft. He's ranked 61st overall. He's the 28th wide receiver, but people are picking him a lot lower, which means if you like Rashad Bateman, you can pick him up later than you think if your draft goes like that.
Yeah, I've seen that as well. Rashad is fallen in drafts. I just think people don't trust Lamar Jackson for the consistency. And I think when you're going for wide receiver 1s and 2s, you're looking for consistency. You'd rather have a guy that's going to get you 13 both weeks instead of one guy that's going to get you 20 and 8. Right.
And then yeah, that's right. And then one of the big running backs falling off there, Chase Edmonds. Chase Edmonds ranked as the 25th running back, running for Miami this year, but people are not drafting him. I think it might be that Miami backfield, man. You get stuck in that Miami backfield, you might never come out.
I know. And I agree with you. I like Chase Edmonds. He's said to be the starter and having a good camp. But I think you look at last year, James Conner got a lot of work with the Cardinals when he was there. And you look what Mike McDaniels is coming from, the Shanahan system, where they are just constantly rotating running backs, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we have Elijah Mitchell, who no one knew about a year ago. I mean, I think he was playing in the XFL. So, I mean, this is what that system does. You have Raheem Mostert, who's been in the system. You have Myles Gaskin and Chase Edmonds, all good running backs, but no one's great. They're going to rotate through these guys. And so when there's most likely a rotation and that's the type of system, you're not as confident. And I wouldn't be either getting Chase Edmonds at his current ECR. I can see his ADP falling.
Well, hey, T, it's been great to kick off the new Fresh Fantasy show here today with you. We got our draft this Saturday night, man. I know you got some other leagues you're in. Best of luck on the draft on Saturday night, man.
Hey, you too, man. I can't wait. Excited to kick off some fantasy.
Hey, we hope you're loving the Father, Son, and Holy Sport podcast. If you love the show like we love you, press that like and subscribe. And if you're interested in being a sponsor or a guest on our show, reach out to us. Look for us on all the platforms at Father, Son, and Holy Sport. And look for our website, man. Got merchandise. Get some merchandise for the season. Get yourself dressed up in some Father, Son sports gear. And next week, we'll bring out the bets for you. The Big Bet Show is coming back next week as the games start approaching. On behalf of T-Money, I'm G-Man. Hey, see you next week.
All right. Peace.